another T-shirt idea. Splattered on the front, a big picture of you with just the word Morpheus on it. That's from The Matrix, of course, you know that. Let's talk about these haters on these other networks that are talking trash on you all the time. They got their old 3 listeners, and then they want to pick apart you, who woke me up to the idea of synthetic terror, false flag. So, you know, all the haters out there, and then all the punks in the FBI, CIA, NSA listening, I say, how can you all commit treason on such a mass scale? Doesn't that baffle you how so many people in government at one time can commit treason on a mass scale, threaten people to be killed if they speak up about what they saw at Oklahoma City, 9/11, USS Liberty, or whatever you want to talk about?
No, I've interviewed the eyewitnesses that saw the feds by name planting the bombs. I've interviewed the admirals and people that, yes, the government of Israel tried to sink the USS Liberty and was working with Lyndon Baines Johnson as a pretext to launch a larger war. I've interviewed the witnesses, the police officers that heard the countdown to blow up Building 7, and I have the newscast where they said, get back, they're going to blow it up, and I heard them say they blew it up on the news. And I have the videos of that. I mean, it's there. We have a criminal group running things, and the only reason I'm not dead is because of your prayers and because of the fact that I'm a public figure. But they still may do something to me. But, you know, that's just the way it is. But, look, I appreciate your call. I don't have time to even read the entire article that was in Politico that quotes yours truly multiple times and plugs our website. I mean, I didn't even, I read the first 2 quotes and then quit reading. So if I'm not going to read, I'll be honest with you, I barely even tune in when I'm on things like Nightline. I'm told I'm in Rolling Stone magazine again. I haven't even gone out and bought a copy. So I'm so busy, I guess, with target narcosis, they call it. That's where somebody's flying in World War II, a fighter jet, a fighter plane, not fighter jet. I guess the Germans did have jets, but we didn't. Flying in over a train or something, strafing it, and you get so focused on the target, you fly into it. I mean, I am so focused going straight forward against the New World Order that I don't pay attention to trolls. I don't pay attention to so-called networks, because I know there are some things that do audio streams out there, you know, with a couple hundred listeners. I wish it was more, whose whole world is talking trash about me, because occasionally I've accidentally run into it. And other than entertainment value, it's painful and sad, not that I'm attacked or that everybody spends their time doing that, but that they're probably not government agents. It's purely out of jealousy and envy of what, that I work so hard, that I was working last night and I'll be working tonight at 10 o'clock, and that I'm so dedicated that I have courage to go to Bilderberg. I have courage because I know there's no future. We're fighting for the future here if we don't beat these globalists. So don't even worry about the attacks. Ignore it. It's a sign of success.
We're on the march. Austin, Texas. Broadcasting worldwide. It's Alex Jones.
Let the system know that you will not be treaded upon, then you will be a free man. There is liberty when the government fears the people. There is tyranny when the people fear the government. We are under a premeditated scientific tyranny that the globalists intend to ratchet up to the maximum point, including mega death worldwide, 80 to 90% of us exterminated. That is the public Rockefeller Foundation plan. We have new articles today with the Rockefeller Foundation stuff coming out. I mean, it is so horrific, though. Most people will just choose to go along with the program and incrementally watch their friends and family die of cancer around them. Neurological disorders, you name it. As for me, give me liberty or give me death. And because we've been here for all these years, laying out the secret arrest, the federalization plans, how stage terror would be used as a pretext to take over society, how they would have surveillance equipment and all the like post. I said that in Police State 2000, 1999. Because we had the globalist plans, now it's all happening. There are a lot of people waking up. But just because a lot of sheeple want to go along with it, Look, if 99% of people wanted to make the other 1% slaves, they couldn't do it in a republic. In a pure democracy, they could. That's two wolves and a sheep voting on what's for dinner. What do you think is going to be on the dinner menu? And I know that these are basic truths everybody knows, but we've got to rediscover them and then get them out to other people. But it's over 30% are very upset and now know about the New World Order conservatively. Most of those people are hardcore now. We've got much bigger numbers than our founders had. So quit thinking that just because everybody isn't awake or a lot of people don't care, that we've got to go along with this. The globalists are scared, and they have overreached. Okay, let's go back to your calls. Daniel in Michigan. Daniel, you're on the air.
Yeah, hello, Colonel Jones. Hello, this is Daniel. Yeah, I was wondering, I'm not the type of person to show up at, like, the Build a Cheap Sandwich Group or whatever, because
I'm sorry, I don't understand you, bro. I don't speak German. I know a few German words, and I just don't understand you. Sorry. I appreciate your call. I just don't understand you. We don't screen calls, but I'm not going to play games with people. I'm sorry. Jesse in Louisiana, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Hey, Alex. How's it going?
Good.
I just want to call out to all the military and ex-military, and with all the things that have been coming out, with the internment camp documents and all of their plans and blueprints that you very clearly laid out for us to see, anybody who's been deployed in Afghanistan and Iraq has already seen these things happen. And if they just looked at it from an objective standpoint and not from the tunnel vision that they were programmed to see it in, they would see it. And one of the things that really has me scared the most right now is the fact that when we went into Afghanistan and Iraq, the first thing that happened was the banks were shut down for those countries. There was no incremental weaning off. There was no recession or inflation. They just shut down. And all of the people suffered because of it. And the news are yet to cover anything regarding that.
Well, the people controlling our society will knowingly take 2-year-olds that cry for mommy and put them on 7 hardcore psychotropics, in many cases killing them. They will take troops and put them in chambers, U.S. military, and nerve gas you to death. So, of course, the sky's the limit. And everything with police, the military, business, it's peer pressure. They get you in, they say, we're patriotic, we're the good guys. It's all about conforming. It's all about doing what you're told to go up the ladder. Well, if that ladder leads into a wood chipper, you don't want to conform. You don't want to be trusting. And we do not have our government anymore. We have a spider hole. And at the bottom of it is a human wrecking system. And I totally agree with you. Now they've got MSNBC and CNBC saying, oh, Europe might collapse and have bank runs, and they're already beginning in other areas. This is all by design. I said, the euro will implode Europe. They will gobble the countries up in this order, always claiming more bailouts, more money to the banks to fix the next country that's falling, and then it will move to the United States. This is a programmed plan. And the only way it's going to stop, because they could turn the economy on right now. People have desire, they have ingenuity, people want to work hard. The social engineers, the Rockefellers and others brag. Their problem is there's too much prosperity. They want to, quote, shut down the economy, or the economy's overheating. You always hear that. They want to keep you in debt. So anytime the system wanted to, they could turn things back on, but they don't want to because they want to consolidate to have full control. It's about control. And the only way to turn this around is to identify the globalists. Because if they know they're going to get the blame, and not Sarkozy or not Merkel or not Obama, not the puppets, they will be forced to back off. That's why I'm going to protest the actual rulers of the globe at Bilderberg, and everybody needs to be there. Why do you think they lock down cities and have martial law, even the London Guardian calls it martial law, in Chicago, for just some NATO people meeting when there's no reason to lock down half the city? They can just lock down a few blocks. It's an exercise of power. Why don't they do that for Bilderberg? Why are the police so nice at every Bilderberg event I've been to once you get past flying into the country? Because they don't want an incident. This year is going to be different, though, my friend, because there's so much attention the alternative media is powerful enough now that now they're having to admit it exists because they're going to probably have the big numbers of police out there, which is fine because this is going to end up generating massive attention. Go ahead.
Absolutely, and I actually work for the company that's hosting the Palm Tree Conference in Chantilly.
I think it was Lockheed Martin. I think it was Lockheed Martin last time that's used as the front. Is it Lockheed Martin?
No, I mean, I'm with the hotel chain.
Oh, you're with the hotel chain.
Yes. And, I mean, I know that place is completely booked, despite what they told you on the phone, the first time anyway. I mean, there's nothing getting into that place, even as an associate of the hotel.
Oh, yeah, but I mean, listen, that was the person who was just ignorant. When they put me into booking, they said, oh, there's rooms available. Oh, I'm sorry, it's all blocked off because it's all shut down, but then the individual person with the code word has to file themselves in, which has now been done. No, it is there. It is there. So tell us, as somebody that works for Marriott, what your info is.
Well, I mean, I can tell you that the company very much presses its staff on discretion and not, revealing personal information or anything going on, never talking to anybody on the outside. I mean, there's huge credit card fraud targets, so they have to, abide by all these very strict guidelines. And it seems like I was just going through a course that talked about, monitoring people and reporting people that spend more than $10,000 or even $1,000 in a certain respect, and how they didn't even have to tell the customer that they were being basically reported on.
Now, when you go to get a hotel room or you go to get a rent car, it's like entering East Germany in 1972. They are interrogating you. They are asking you questions. And this is the new society. Listen, I went to Academy last night. I even shot video of it. And I went to get a kayak with my son because he wants a kayak so we can put it in the back of the truck and go places. And they bring out this giant form of who I am and numbers and driver's license and name. And I'd already bought it. And it was like an airport security. Two managers came over. They were going, hello, Mr. Jones. I knew who I was. And for those that don't live in Texas, that's a sporting goods chain. And I said, well, I'm not going to do this. And they said, why not? And we're acting all suspicious. I said, go get your manager. And I said, I can return this right now. And they said, well, the police just want to know. And we have to register. It's a little bitty kayak, one-person kayak. I mean, this is America. We are prisoners, folks. This country is a giant prison run by crooks. And they've got everybody at every level under cybersecurity. If it gets past, anyone in IT with 100 or more customers has to go through federal courses, this new agent, and waive all their rights and agree to put spy hubs into all their equipment. I mean, this is beyond 1984, and people have no idea. So, yeah, everybody's a secret agent. You walk up at midnight in San Francisco at the airport, and you're totally tired, and you just want to drive and get to sleep because you got to be at a shoot with History Channel 60 miles away, at 9 a.m., and it's midnight. There's a line of people with their kids and stuff. The plane's delayed. This young, attractive blonde is just kidding off like she's secret agent, stamping her feet and shaking her hair and going and just asking question after question after question after question and off a list. And I go up to her and I go, look, I know this is about Homeland Security. I'm not going to answer your questions. You can see right there, History Channel's paying for this car. She got me back, by the way. She goes, well, I still need your credit card. And she didn't run theirs and ran mine and laughed about it. And she said, oh, and I know where you really live and all this stuff. She knew I just moved. She was laughing at me. And I said, listen, your future's going to be destroyed by this, too. She's injected with cancer viruses. She's the type to take the Gardasil shot. She's drinking sodium fluoride. You better believe it. She'll be dead by the time she's 40 of breast cancer, probably. But she's probably 20 years old. She didn't care. It was fun to fantasize that she was Ethan Hunt in Mission Impossible. And, it's like, look, lady, I'm not the spy. The people that you work for are the spies, okay? Little girl, You got it through your walnut brain? I'm not answering your stinking question.